Since we are developing a marketing plan for the organization, it is important for you to be able to analyze the organization's marketing activities. And this is typically done under the internal analysis part of the report. We've talked about marketing activities in previous sessions, and some of the marketing activities are product line strategy and changes, and we've discussed that already. Then there's pricing strategy and changes, and we talked about pricing strategies and potential changes. And then distribution strategy and changes. Now, we've talked about all of these in some detail in previous um, lectures. So let's talk about the last one of these, of course, of the 4Ps. And you can see we have the 4Ps here, right? We have product, price, place, and then, of course, the last P would then be promotion. So let's talk a little bit about the promotional marketing activities. It's important to have an understanding of the historical and current promotional strategies that the organization is using. So the promotional tools might be things like push-pull strategies, new strategies of delivering the product. It might be strategies of getting product through the distribution channel to the end consumer in a variety of ways, maybe even direct marketing the product to consumers from our website. Typically, when we think about promotional activities, we think about advertising, and so we think about the different messages that the organization is using to market their product. So you want to see what sort of messages are out there. You want to see what kind of advertising campaigns they've run. Oftentimes you can do this by going up online and going to videos and, of course, trying to identify advertisements and videos that the organization has produced and published and marketed online. And then you also might want to go to the website and other places and see if there are slogans that the organization has been using over time. When I first got to UNLV, U.S. News and World Report had just named UNLV an up and coming university. And so we had that on a lot of our activities. That is, UNLV, an up and coming university. Well, you can only use that slogan for so long because eventually you have to have up and made it, and then at that point in time you need a different slogan. And so UNLV uses a number of slogans. Now the most recent one that I can remember is UNLV, a rising star in higher education. They also had a campaign at one point in time where UNLV, the premier metropolitan research university. All little slogans and taglines to go along with that. But they're all important because they all signal what kinds of goals and aspirations the organization has. So we ought to look at the advertising stuff if there is any out there. And then, of course, the other typically aspect of this that is easy to identify is online strategy and presence of online presence, sources of traffic, etc. And so one of the things we would do is we would want to identify their website tactics and metrics. And we'd like to identify how much traffic they're driving to their website, bounce rates, pages viewed, conversions, other things might be sources of traffic, et cetera, et cetera. And so we can typically get that from a number of sources online that offer that service for free. And then, of course, there's the social media tactics and metrics. What kind of social media are we using? Social media, a social media marketing campaign. That is, are we advertising on social media like advertising on YouTube, or are we using social media as a way to build our brand presence on the web by having our own Facebook page and our own YouTube channel and our own LinkedIn page, perhaps, and our own Twitter account. And if we do, then the real question is, what are the metrics for that and how well are we doing? In summary, it's important to understand the current marketing strategies and tactics that are being employed because that gives us an idea as to how the organization thinks they should best market the organization, and then you can compare that with ideas that you might have of your own based on the information that you've collected. Often these tactics and strategies can be deduced by viewing the organization's visible marketing efforts.